62. Beautiful morning, though. Really chill. Hopefully it's not too hot. Let's get it. Gangrene and Outlaws. This is the York Outlaws, by the way, or Hanover. I'm not sure which one they're from. Complete across the middle. Got to turn up now. Pull right down. Here we go. Let's start this out. Gangrene in the black and green. Outlaws in like the off gray. I'm going to mark it with the YAFFL logo to distinguish. You know, we got 3 different Outlaws we cover, whether it be the 148 Outlaws or the KFFL Outlaws, but this is the YAFFL Outlaws, just for clarification purposes. Everybody's got the same team name these days. There's even a Gustoland in Iowa. No, I'm making that up. They did find an FOE in Massachusetts, though. Really? Yeah. They're playing in Rhode Island. We might see a FOE game at Nationals. Finally. I love it. Same team names. Gangrene, all original. I never heard of a team but this one for that. Complete. Pulled right down. Staple here in the York area. All right, now I'm warmed up. You can tell. I'm a little lackadaisical, but we'll get it going. First of 11. I'm going to try to get as many as I can. I'm guaranteeing the women's game, the men's game, the losers championship, the winners championship. I'm going to guarantee those 4. I'm going to get as much as I can. This is a marathon today, folks. 11 games. And what has kind of felt like a bit of a 9-man tournament with the size of the field. So a little bit of different experience. Hey, how y'all doing? People waving. Here we go. Gangrene coming into this game. They're 2-0. They did a good work yesterday. Managing to get 2 wins. Vice City in overtime. That was a classic. We'll have that game for you sometime soon. Let's go to throw. Complete. Turning up the sideline, pulled right down. They had Gangrene and Vice City yesterday. That game went to overtime. Tightly contested game. Gangrene got the win, however. Gangrene then went out and beat Shake and Bake. Outlaws yesterday were trailing Baez Auto 12-0 in the second half. Ray Wagner had to leave early. Baez seemed like they were going to try to pack it in, maybe get one more score on the board and come out of a win when, after an Outlaw score, an altercation broke out. And as a result, Baez Auto was disqualified from the game. And with that, took a loss. Outlaws advancing via DQ here. So they're in the winner's bracket semifinals, as we should say. Fires it up. Oh, incomplete. Tough play.
Wake up, baby. Second down.
Second down coming up. First of 11 games we'll have for you today. We're going to mercy roll it, though, at about 17 in the second half and 25 any point in time in game on terms of our coverage. Don't want to show T's getting humiliated, you know. You don't want to go too far with it. Might sit one out. We'll see. I'm going to try to go all day. Haven't done 11 games in a while, so we'll see how it goes. It's been a while since I've had this kind of gauntlet. I need to get in shape. Make my comeback on the live streaming field. Turning up right now. Hold right down. So we're distinguishing the Outlaws here, not by their jersey collar. I can't get an off one like that. Kind of an ADR, bit of gray going there. Hey, shout out to Chris Boone and the Showtime Company. Particularly, I'm going to give a shout out to him and Cannon Hall. I've known both of those guys for a very long time. They're going to be playing in the AFFL semifinals later today. Those of you longtime fans of the broadcast, been watching since 2017. Boone and Cannon were there at the very start. Cannon Hall was there the first day of our live stream playing running back for Too Much Talent. Chris Boone came around the next fall. They got a big chance on CBS today. Intercepted here. And a big chance for the Outlaws. Sees the opportunity. And they're doing the most they can right now. And the Outlaws will get the ball back. Here we go. As mentioned, this is the YAFFL Outlaws. I don't have a logo for them, so I'm going to use the YAFFL logo to distinguish where they're from. Remember, there's the 148 Outlaws. There's the KFFL Outlaws. Now we got the YAFFL Outlaws. Back in the day, there was Hannigan's Outlaws in Washington County. A nice little 4-team tournament. Outlaws versus 148 versus Hannigan's. But I'm on my BS this morning, so here we go. We got one guy in the gun. We got about 4 all around. One's in purple over there. Rest are in this oft ADR-esque color of white. And running himself. Pulled right down from behind. As I mentioned a minute ago, we'll be having coverage all day here on Joey Blaze Facebook, Team Blunt Talk YouTube, and Twitch.tv. We have the Joey Blaze Team Blunt Talk channel if you want to watch it on there as well. Facebook, I always say, that's better for your mobile accessibility, interactive experience. I'll try to read comments when I can. Try to keep focused on the game as much as I can as well. YouTube, of course, full 1080p. You can watch it on your TV and any smart device. Twitch.tv, accessibility for you gamers out there. A growing platform out there in this streaming game. As the Outlaws get some movement and gain some yards, albeit it's third down, shy of the marker. Cloudy, cool morning here in York, Pennsylvania, at Noonan Park. Gangrene in the black and green is mentioned. Outlaws in that off-white. Outlaws victorious over Baez via DQ to advance. Gangrene beat Vice City and Shake and Bake. This is the first of about 11 games today on this field. As we said, I'm gonna guarantee the semifinals, the chip in the women's game. I'm gonna do the best I can, however, as well as the other semifinal. I'm gonna try to get as much as I can. It's been a long weekend. I'm gonna throw it up, incomplete. We're gonna call each game 25 points at any point in time, 17 after halftime. And that's if the other team has the ball. So punt time coming. Remember, the one thing unique about this 8-man style is very akin to the other 8-man, where on punts here there is no pass rush. There are no field goals despite the posts you see. So you won't really see much special teams in this. No kickoffs as well. Kind of more of a traditional 8-man game in that sense, but with a lot of different kinds of elements and 9-man thrown in there with it. It's a nice little hodgepodge. York 8-man has been going on for the longest time, since the 1990s. Used to have its own nationals back in the day, along with other 8-man leagues. Kind of a remnant leftover style from back in the day. Punt coming though. Remember, no rush, no return either. At least I haven't seen any yet. Yep. Off of there, and we're going to go ahead and switch the fields. Gangrene back on offense. Tied at 0.
But it's going to happen the second time. We want to keep it right here. Second time it's going to happen. What is? What's going to happen? 5 yards. What's going to happen? 5 yards, they come touch you for your snap. Okay. Well, we still want to right here.
Looks like
after he does this time, we're going to foul that way. You can. Yes, you can.
That's not the rules, Donald. That's not the rules. You can't make that up. I seen the rule book. That ain't the rules. No, that ain't the rules. I seen the rules, Donald.
Me too.
No, you can't. That's not the rules, bro. Not the rules, bro. That's not the rules.
stepping up.
Damn it.
Missed flagpole. What a great catch down the field. Touchdown, Gangrene. And a play that could have gone both ways. Sayers, or whatever, I believe that's his name over there, number 2, almost had a sack. But the other number 2, can't get a read on his last name on the back of the jersey, he was able to get it off and find his man down the field for 6. So Gang Green going up 6-0 early. Remember, a win here and Gang Green will advance to the first semifinal, the winner's bracket game, with a spot in the championship on the line. So if you're Gang Green, you got to win about, or even Outlaws, or any of these 4 teams, got to win about 3 games today in this winner's bracket. Get a win here, win that semi, and win the championship. A loss, however, it's a tougher hill to climb. They'd fall right back into that loser's bracket, which at that point would be in the midst of theirs next round. Intercepted. He actually got that back. I thought it was pulled down. They're still going, and there's going to be a hold there at the end. No flag, okay.
Let him go, let him go.
So 6-0. And a lot of hurt emotions on, and Donald just threw a flag. Gang Green will be penalized for it on sportsmanlike. And now some argument between the sideline and the field. Sideline upset about the penalty.
Next one is out. Next one is out.
Gentry Rowland will be out the next one.
Check your flag. Check your flag.
Let's go ahead and adjust this. I'm gonna try to share it around, fellas. I apologize. I'm trying to keep pace with the game too. So 15-yard penalty will move up. That snap.
Come on, baby. Come here real quick. Come on. Bro. It's a 3-yard short. Damn. You put 15 yards off.
Second down coming up. Play your left side, pull it down.
I know, I was there.
Third down.
But soon as no. 6. You're right. Third. Should be third.
I hear you, bro, but look, you're doing that to all of us right now, bro. Come on, football first, bro. Come on, bro. Come on.
Offense, back up.
Slide.
Right side. What a catch. No, broke it up. Heck of a play. Couldn't see around 44. 4th down. It's hard. I try to get on that right side, but I don't want to get in Donald's way. Angles are tough at times. So punt's coming for the Outlaws. Both teams, of course, play in the YAFFL. This is not distinguishing leagues. That logo on screen for the Outlaws, as much as it is distinguishing which Outlaws you're getting. Remember, we've had, as I mentioned, 148. We've had KFFL, and now we have this squad. Punt will be going. And he didn't even find it. Wow. He fell right forward and oof. Well, if we had a not top 10, let's be on there. Nahum fell for it, and then he fell down over it.
Let's go, yo.
Sometimes you gotta watch those mind games. That'll get to you fast. They told him not to do it. He hesitated, and then he tried to punt it, only to slip after he punted it. Tough break there for the Outlaws. And Gangrene for a little psychological win there. There you go. More ways to win the game than on the field with play. Sometimes you just gotta outsmart your opponent. And that time, IQ not so much there. Complete to the right side. Pull right down. We've seen it before over the years. I go back to one of my favorite moments way back when a player on the sideline was talking to another player, a corner, and distracted him, and the result got him burnt for 6 on a play. Got to watch those little distractions. Got to tune out the talk. I always tell my guys back in the day, tune out that talk. If you fall too far into it, you get too invested in it, you're going to lose the game. Not even just smack talk. What you just saw there, just straight up mental chess move. Got to admire that. That's strategy. That's great strategy. Isn't that interesting formation? Look at that old 8-man format, but up man. Throws to that left side, incomplete. Third down coming out for Gangrene. 2:45 to go.
Got 30 cones, 30 cones. 3 over here.
Sub Zay. Let's try it out, Josh. It's actually pretty. I think you like this style. Throws it up. Complete! Big first down for Gangrene. What a play. Outlaws reeling right now. Win here, and the winner will advance to the semifinal of the winner's bracket. That game's set for a 12 o'clock kickoff. Loser here, however, will fall down to the loser's bracket semifinal. That game we probably won't see until possibly, hell, I wouldn't say 1:30, maybe a little later. That's a good guess, though, Donald. From the gun. Gonna get an angle here.
Pop, get rid of it.
Incomplete. Second down.
Go first down, right?
Y'all had 2 stuck in my bed. Good job, Gregor.
Complete left side. Missed the pull. Touchdown. Gangrene. 12-0 Gangrene. Conversion coming. Two-score game. Tough hole for the Outlaws, but they were in this hole yesterday. Can they rally back again and make another comeback victory?
Hey, I do got to close that gap, but it's they run a screen, we gotta pursue that. Yo, if they do that, they got 3 blockers out here, man. It's just me and Tab over here. Someone has to hold running. Someone has to hold. What has to happen? We gotta pursue that. I know. It's a screen. You're right. That's all. I'll say it.
Stepping up, back in the end zone. Beautiful play. Conversion good. I think that was for 2 as well. So with that, the score is 14-0. I think it was from 2. He was pretty far back there. Could also be Donald, 1 or 2? Okay. The spot of the field always throws me off when I'm back there. Yeah. I got no depth perception. That's my bad. 13-0 is the score. Gangrene up. Remember, 17 is the mercy rule after half. 25 for, and that's just me on media. I'm just going to cut it there. I don't like showing teams get blown out. We try to get away from that. Unless we're in a championship game. Left side pulled down. Second game after this, we're going to have Ground Zero taking on Gustoland. Both teams 2-0 on the weekend. Be a nice little matchup. 2 top-level teams in the YAFFL in terms of playing the comp style, which is considered akin to the highest level of 8-man in YAFFL play. There is no pro level, just comp and rec. Complete. Pull down. So you'll see a battle between what is essentially two A teams by YAFFL standards in this 8 style. And Ground Zero and Gustoland facing off. That'll be right after this one. And then we got losers bracket action. Baez Auto Wolverines. 3rd time this year. They will face off in a tournament. We had the matches back in Hanover. Third and goal.
I got defense. I got receiver. Here. You gotta back up. Slot, you gotta back up. Oh, he's in motion. That's a penalty.
Well, the mind game being played there by that secondary. Try to get the receiver to move in order to draw a penalty. I just saw that just now. Outlaws keep falling for that stuff. Can't keep falling for it. Don't listen to the other team. Listen to the refs, not the other team. The other team is not your friend in this battle. They are not your friend. Double elimination format as mentioned. You get 2 chances, so to speak. You mess up once, you get another. Mess up twice, you're done. Some sound coming over from that Gangrene side. There was a whistle blown. Wait, what? Yeah, I was about to say, there was a whistle blown on that left sideline. I believe Greg Murray blew that whistle. Yeah, Murray blew that way. So, it'll be ruled dead.
He's already taking off and running.
Come on, let's go.
He did blow it. It was very faint. But I did hear that first whistle. I can verify it. That's where I had stopped initially to look. Nobody was claiming it, though, very loudly. I think Murray just didn't put enough into it, and that's why I didn't hear it. There's an art to blowing the whistle, you know. I'm not going to tell you what that art is, because I wouldn't know, and I've been a referee. But if you're looking to be a referee this fall, you know where to go to. Hit me up, Joey Blaze. Live the dream. Be a referee. Referee Drive 2021. Always looking. Ready to train the next generation and officials? Hit up Joey Blaze today. Live the dream. Be a referee. Give a shout out to our officials over there. Greg, Donald, Ryan on there today, putting in the hardest work. Take a look. Day 2 not as lively so far as day 1. We were all hyped yesterday. Everybody's a little tired though. It was a long day. They wrapped up at dark. We're going to try to wrap up before that today. You never know. And double elimination, remember, overtime is a guarantee. There must be a winner. 11 games overall today, including a women's game. We're going to have that. The girls will have some action later on. We'll have that game. It'll be right before the second semifinal. And after we determine who is playing in that. Looks like they're going to draw them off. Let's see who the whistle is. $13-0 to score here in the first half. Remember, we are playing in halves, not quarters. Gustoland and ground 0 next. Fires it up. And complete here in the first game of day 2 of the BLIK tournament. Played on our right side.
Go, Kane!
Gotta pull flags. Murray will throw the flag, so here we go. Back on the field.
It's on Ryan.
So we'll add on to the penalty. It'll be a first down for the Outlaws, and a good start for them in the second half. And here we go, second half underway. Mercy roll here. The way it works for me is if, say, Outlaws don't score, Gangrene does, I'll give Outlaws a chance. If they don't score, I'll cut away and get ready for the next one. It's a marathon today. We got to go the extra yard with Joey Blaze, not Keith Giles. We'll be talking about the winners tomorrow night on Blunt Talk. We'll have the winners on. We'll talk to them. And then we'll set forward and look ahead to what's going on the rest of the week. Wednesday night, we'll have another episode. We'll be looking at GCFFA Week 1. That's a tentative plan. We're talking about those matchups as the DMV invades the North. And the Greater Connecticut Flag Football Association will be part of that as much as we can this year.
Got him!
Sac
Got
City.
him! Got him! Got him!
They got him. Gangrene's defensive line stepping up in a big way right now, trying to keep this Outlaws team out of the end zone.
Come on, Greg, get back.
Wonder if the Outlaws of KFFL and the York Outlaws have considered a merger. I think I could work out. I'd like to see it. I think it'd be something like bring the Outlaws together. You know, you can't have 2 in PA. Bring them all together. 1 Outlaws, 2 divisions. Fakes stepping up. Look at the move. That's good hip movement. You gotta admire like the move there. That's intercepted though. Not so much on the throw. Try to get a one-on-one. That's not been there all day. Those DBs had their receivers overmatched. But it's a nice effort. And they're making words here. Not time to argue, fellas. It's a long road. Long road. Can't be arguing. It's a long road.
Good team, we can't have that.
He don't even know his quarterback's name. Damn. I don't even know his name. So 15 is what they called him, so I'm glad I'm not the only one. All right. We're going to try to get back there, but I'm fat, slow, and old, so try to make it. He's going to go right my direction, isn't he? Better not. Sometimes I got some wheels. Look at that. Oh, that was almost pretty. Incomplete. Switch it around. Back of the end zone. Take a look at the signs, sight and sounds here in good old Noonan Park in York, Pennsylvania. We were here back in November when the Keystone State Predators, York's very own, gave a beatdown to the Brunswick Railroaders for the ACFA Championship. 38-14, but nowhere near as close as that final score may imply. Give it up for this area, York. Flag football, semi-pro football. They got a lot of talent in football in this area. Incomplete.
Got 30 long.
Good luck to the Predators. They'll be playing in the ACFA soon. See if they can defend their crown. Moving around, dancing, fires it. That's going to be a pick. And they want to tackle. But remember, if he does go for the flags, or at least gives some kind of indication of going to the flags, I think that's the one thing a lot of guys, when it comes to the whole tackle and not tackle rule, is they're going to be coming this way. We're pretty close. We're going to go end zone camp still. I think what messes up a lot of teams is that they'll just see the result. The guy goes down. Naturally, you want a flag. You think your man got hit, emotion. Sometimes it's just the way you go about getting the flags if you're a defender. If you're smart enough to sell it on that end, at least make an effort to, and not full-blown stonewall a guy, then you always can make it work on your end in favor. Can he bounce back from the pick? 15 sacked. I'm trying to read his last name on the back of a jersey, but I can't. And if y'all are commenting the name, let me check the phone. I got two phones. I can't see all comments because it's like 3 different apps. So I check in routinely, though. Try to make sure I check in enough to have some sort of coherent conversation. Ah, okay, there's an explanation, real. That makes sense. I just heard the 15 and that had me thrown off for a second. Still learning a lot about York, fellas. I've been up here about 9 times in the last 2 years, more than my whole life. Ooh, bang, bang, like a pinball machine. Body to body, just shy of the end zone, though. Gangrene trying to get a stop here. Bird down coming. Left side. Incomplete. 4th and goal now for the Outlaws. Gustoland ground 0 next. Gang Green could play Gustoland. We'll see.
Yo, you got 5 yards. You got 5 yards. Check this shit. Hold on. Yo, that's the guy.
4th down coming up. Throws caught. That's 6. Touchdown Outlaws. So the pull off at 7. Extra point pending.
Hey.
It's 10 seconds. Play clock. 10. 5, 4.
Going out. Right there. 5.
Middle. Caught. 13-7.
You can't do that, bro. That's a penalty, bro. You cannot be calling out that fucking count and shit while they're doing this.
So looking for a referee drive. Always down to get some officials if need be. If you are looking to become a referee, hit up Joey Blaze today. We'll get you set up, connected with all the resources you need. Refereeing is one of the fastest growing positions in the country on terms of openings and job opportunities and career growth. So if you want to swing by and live the dream and be a referee, hit up Joey Blaze today. Live the dream, be a referee. Right side complete. Played on that right side. Shout out again to our officials, though. Greg, Donald, Ryan, holding it up right now. Gene was mixing it in too yesterday. Might be a couple other names I might have blanked on. It was a long day. We did about 7 games in our end. I did start Baez Outlaws, but Tyler could tell I was struggling and helped me out. Shout out to Tyler Spencer. He's been getting work in again on the live. 2 straight weekends in a row. We've gotten to hear T-Spence. I recommend check him out for the Baez Outlaws game yesterday. He also did a great one last week as well for the Lou crossover between TBT and Real Deal Sports. He had Riot Squad and Show Me Football for them. Always glad to hear Tyler on the mic. One of the best live streamers in the game.
Yes, sir.
Fortunately for Tyler and company, Keamy's All-Stars eliminated yesterday by Vice City after a tough game with Gustoland. We'll have Vice City in action. They'll be playing that 4th game. I'm trying to remember who they got off the top of my head. Donald, who does Vice City got? You don't know either.
I got it on my paper.
On his paper. The other paper.
Yeah.
It might click to me. Someone's going to say in the comments. I know that. I'll check in a minute. Stepping up. Pointing. Throwing. Incomplete. Outlaws starting to get some penetration right now. That's what this team needs. Didn't look good after that last pick. But right now they got the score. They're starting to get a stop here on Gang Green. This is a team that was a bit of an underdog. They had a tough draw with Baez yesterday. They were losing before an altercation by a Baez player. I don't try to go into names or anything. Led to a disqualification and a big loss for Baez Auto, putting them behind the 8 ball coming into this morning. They're going to have the Wolverines right out the gate, too. Jamie Lagana and company running the gauntlet. They managed to go 2 games yesterday to win. Let's see what they could do. They had a tough one with Keemeys, but they're still here. Keemeys is out, so let's see what the Wolverines can do on day 2. Running themselves. That's what this team needed. Sometimes you don't need to throw. You just got to take it on the run. Down the field, big gain, first down. Just what this gangrene team needed. Outlaws are starting to push back a little bit. Outlaws are showing some fight in them. Now you get them in a position where their back's against the wall suddenly again. You got 4 plays to work with here. Kill some clock. This spot of the field, the rest of the game, it's 4 down territory. Even with it being still 1 goal to goal for a first, treat it like 4 downs at the minimum. No punting, of course, no field goals in this. So gangrene can't theoretically drive down and kick a field goal to put them out of reach. They can at least try to get down the field, and if they don't score, run enough clock and push the Outlaws back far enough to make it hard to win late. Complete on that right side. There you go. Create offense. Let's see. They're going to mark it shy of the first. But that's more time. Remember, he was pulled in bounds too, so the clock won't stop. And gangrene moves the ball again. Left side complete. Pulled right down. Nice gain on that left side. And that should be a first down. Yes, it is for gangrene. So now they got 4 plays. Kill as much clock. If you score, that should be enough to win it. If you don't, kill at least enough time and put the Outlaws in a place where they have to drive the whole length of the field in what could be less than 2 minutes by the time they get the ball back. So at this point, gangrene's got full control of this game. They just got to finish it out. You cannot afford a mistake at this part of the field. We've seen it happen before. Teams get to this side, they have to win and gasp, and then they end up making a mistake. 1 play, though, could change the whole game. Timeout is called by gangrene. A little confusion there, so. So Vice City has the OG Raiders. Okay, OG Raiders make it out of the losers bracket. Hey, give it up to them. I know they had a long wait yesterday. Those guys sat for about 7 hours, so they definitely earned this day too. Five minutes is what's being called. So your 4 games today. After this, we'll have Ground Zero versus Gustoland in the winners bracket. I guess like quarterfinal, so to speak. Double elimination is a weird format to me. I like it, but it's weird. Not used to it. Fires it. Almost caught, but incomplete. This matchup will celebrate the winners tomorrow night on Blunt Talk. Whoever wins will be on. We'll talk about the tournament and any related things that the competitors might have as well. Or the winners might have to say. And after that, we'll be shifting gears back to 9-man for a bit. Little more coming up. We're about midway through the month, and we have not done our State of the Blunt address yet. So we're going to be working on that sometime in a few days. We might have a big show ready for you Wednesday. We'll see what's going on. Fall season is about to be here, and you're feeling it this morning here in York. Running on that left side. Shy of the end zone. Good news is for Outlaws, they got the pull. Bad news is now, even if they get the ball back, they're going to have to drive about over 98 yards. So if you're the Gang Green, this is a perfect possession. You've gotten out of your third downs. You've managed to move the ball consistently. You've almost took about close to half of this half. And now, ball's right here. See where the puck is. Cones are right over there. I'd say they're about 4 yards out. 5 yards maybe. So Gang Green's down here. Here we go. Morning, morning. How you doing? Good, good. It's a beautiful morning for ball. Here we go. Left side. He's in. Touchdown, Gang Green. 19-7. And Gang Green now with the go-ahead score. Might be it. See if the Outlaws can recover. They're going to have one more chance. 240 is what I've heard. Back of the end zone. Wow.
What the fuck are we doing, bro?
13-point game. Gang Green about 2 minutes away from punching a ticket to the first semifinal, where they'll play the winner of Gustoland and Ground Zero. Outlaws here. Gonna need some help. In order to get back up there, they're going to have to win about 3 in a row, maybe 4. And check that bracket out. You don't want to fall behind the 8-ball, especially this late in the tournament. You could be playing 3 games in one day, maybe 4. Got it right off, and there was no flag, so. Or now, is it? So next game up, Ground Zero and Gustoland. Winner of this game will play the winner of that game, and what will be the 5th game of the day. Afterwards, Wolverines play Baez, followed by OG Raiders and Vice City. The loser here is going to play the winner of Raiders and Vice City later on. They're going to be in for a long wait, whoever it is. At least 5-6 hours. And the other loser bracket semi intercepted. That's going to wrap it up. Outlaws will advance. Outlaws will fall. And Gang Green will advance. We're going to take a break. Gang Green will take on the winner of Gustoland and Ground Zero. Outlaws, on the other hand, they got a long wait ahead for them. At least 5-6 hours before we see them again. And that'll be against the winner of Vice City and the Raiders. Gentry calls it, so that'll do it. Gang Green to game 5. We'll see them then. Outlaws, I believe, will be game 7. So they got about 6 games to wait to see their fate. And they'll play the winner of Vice City versus the OG Raiders, the 4th game of the day. Gang Green here for a win. They'll take on the winner of this next game. Live from Ground Zero in Gustoland. Game number 2 today. I believe we're at 15 overall for the weekend, maybe 16 now. Gustoland in the red, Ground Zero in the darker jersey, I should say. There's like a little bit of purple and black. I can't even get my words out. Winner of this game will take on Gang Green in game number 5 today. Loser will fall down to game number 6 in the losers bracket to take on either Baez Auto or the Wolverines. Could be a tough road ahead for whoever loses this game. We'll see. Hold right down. Second down, work our way up the field. Round 0 yesterday, victorious. They went out and won their first game over the Wolfpack, 15-12. Great battle between those two. They won their second game with ASAP yesterday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make that one. Just ran out of steam. That burnout got real. But we're back, refreshed, sorta. Day 2, BLIK tournament. On the sideline. Don't want to get caught up in the action too much. Try to get around. Well, false start is coming.
Wait, stop. So these players can get like the defense can get
He's like a light skin, lost him in the end zone.
Ha Abdul.
Got that reception right back. There you go.
That's gonna be bad in the air. Incomplete. Second down coming up.
Yo, back up. Defense, back up.
Turn incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Can't see that? Throw me on the ground after the play.
No punting on 4th down coming up.
We gotta stop letting people run through me after plays. Yeah, and then I got ran through.
Dunham complaining that he was hit.
That's all I'm asking. Please watch me.
And having some words with the official.
I know. So I just feel like you would understand.
Dunham gonna boot it. Can't return it. Well, now I guess you can't. Well, okay. I guess you can't return it off a bounce, is my estimation. Yeah, you see a lot in the weekend. Gustoland on offense. Great first stop. Talked about it for Gusto. This is going to be their 6th game of flag football in the span, or 7th game actually. 7th game since last Saturday. Remember, we actually had Gustoland last week in the Charm City Classic. And 9-man, they got a win over the Baltimore Spartans. Had a tough one though with Rampage. Rampage just gave it to Gusto in that one. 41-17, the most lopsided meeting yet between those two. It would have been a reasonably close matchup every time so far. Day 2, they beat the Bulls early, but fell to the Apex Dragons yesterday, of course. Gustoland 2-0. More sacked. Nowhere to go.
Too slow.
Nah, Austin. He's wide, so I gotta get out of it.
Good. Take middle. Don't let nothing come in the middle.
All right.
I forgot you here. Well, thanks.
Come down to that tight end. Stay there for sure.
That's victorious yesterday over Fuco and Kami's All-Stars. Fuko didn't have much issue, but Kimis
Ray, come up.
were up by a score most of the game. Gusto rallied late to win it. Sending Kimis to, not what you needed. Bad snap, and they're going to go backwards. Gustoland, 2-time BLIK champion. They've won the last 2. Trying to make a 3-peat today. They're going to have to win 3 to do it. 1 here, 1 in that semis, and then the championship, but they're going to make it. Talk about the losers bracket. The loser of this game, and of course, going back to Outlaws, the loser of the last game, they're going to have an even steeper mountain to climb. Got to get a win in the loser semis. But then after that, has to play the other team in that semis. And then the winner of that will take on the loser of the winner's bracket semifinal. And then they play for the championship. So no matter who's going to climb that mountain today, it's going to be a tough one. If you're a winner, it's going to be 3 games. If you can get through this bracket, you can get winning this whole thing in 3 games. 1 loss, however, and all of a sudden, if you're a team in this particular bracket, or even the other one, really, if you're winning down there, you are looking at a potential of about, counting it off now at the top of my head, you got 1, you got 2, 3, 4 games. 4 games before you even get to the championship that you have to win. If you're one of those losers brackets down there, 3 if you're up here, of course, you automatically have a loss here. The loser here will go to that losers bracket semi. They'll go down the ladder, but they only have to win about 3 times to climb back up that ladder. Some of the losers bracket teams, they got to do 4. They got to get through themselves first and foremost, and then go to the next ones who fall down from these 2 games, and then face off against the winner of the other game in that round, and then face off against the loser of the winner's bracket after that. And then they have to beat the winner of the winner's bracket twice. So potentially 5 games to even get up there to win it all if you're in that loser's bracket to start this morning. So whoever it's going to be, it's going to have a tough hill to climb either way. 4 games if you are the loser of this one. 3 if you're the winner. So there's a potential that you could see a loser's bracket team play half the games today. And there are some good competition down in that loser's bracket right now. We talk about it. Baez Auto. My God, a team that should not be in a loser's bracket. You would never think Baez in one. But here we are. Going to be complete.
Go! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Pitches it back, just what they needed. Touchdown, ground 0. 6-0.
Let's go!
So ground 0 goes up 6-0.
Let's go!
They're trying to get this done ASAP. They don't want 4 games today. They want 3. Loser here has to play 4, has to win 4. Winner here has to win 2 more.
Hey, Barry, off. Tanner on.
Talk about that loser bracket already. You got Baez, Wolverines, the Hanover champion last fall. Baez, who's already won 2 tournaments in this style this year. Baez, who was the runner-up in Ocean City in the B bracket of 9-man. The same Baez who took main event to the brink last week. Ground 0, however, making a statement in this tournament. Gusto's going to bounce back. That secondary getting killed early on that drive. Very quick. Batter right down, though. And that's what's going to need for Gusto to get back. That pass rush is going to be very key to the rest of this game. Talk about it as well. Vice City. That's a team you don't really want to sleep on in this tournament. They're down there in that loser's bracket. OG Raiders, got to give them props. They climbed out of there. I thought they competed with Baez well. That's a wild card team to watch for. Loser of this game will take on the winner of Baez Auto and Wolverines, I do believe.
Hey, double inside. No slant.
Yes, sir, that is the case. The loser of this will take on the winner of Baez and Wolverines at game number 6.
Trip, standing up.
Motion. Left side, complete. Look at the moves. Pulled right down. 6-0, ground zero. First half. 8 teams entering today. 5 were taken out yesterday. Shout out to the 5 who participated and did not make it. Fuko, ASAP, Kami's All-Stars. Of course, you look at the other teams who did not make it. Wolfpack, they were out. And, of course, give a shout out as well to ASAP, who's also out. So I think that's all 5. So 5 teams out, incomplete pass there. This pass rush and pressure is getting to Baltimore and Gusto right now. They are having a hard time with this pass rush. Making an impact early on. You got to think of the implications of this game. The loser would have to play either Baez or Wolverines. Tough draw for either side, no matter how you play it. You really don't want that matchup if you're either team. If you're trying to climb out of that hole, they're just as desperate to get out themselves. Neither of them are going to give up. Ball's up. I couldn't really see. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Gustoland sputtering on offense early on. Talk about Gustoland. Day 2 has not been in their favor in the last 2 years. On BLIK, it has been. BLIK's been the one time they found their success on day 2, but they've fallen short other times. At the Hanover tournament, they were 1 and done on day 2 after being the 2 seed coming in. They fell to a tough Wolverines team in the first round. At Just Went 8s, they were a semifinalist in the comp bracket to Baez Auto, losing 7-6 on the final play of the game. Ground zero, they were a semifinalist as well in 8s. They went and ended up there, falling to the future of the Retro Invaders. As they're pulled right down, we'll head back to the other side. 6-0, ground zero here in the first. Winner, as we mentioned, will end up playing in the semifinal. So if you win this game, you get Gang Green. If you lose, you get either Baez Auto or Wolverines. Almost like a lose-lose almost in a way you think about it, unless you can hold your own. Tough comp all around in this tournament. The best of the area, as well as others, have come together here at the BLIK tournament. We watch the score continue to grow. Wide open down. Well, got a step. Yes, sir. Touchdown, ground zero. Back-to-back plays, back-to-back scores. 12-0, ground zero. And Gustoland has no answer right now. This secondary is having some problems. After a better defensive performance, and we've talked about Augusto on tournaments, day 2 tends to be a tough one for them. Not even just here, but 9-man as well. We talked about it. That Clash of York won. They lost in the quarterfinals to Rampage, 27-21 in overtime. Classic battle between those two. That was Gusto's first 9 tournament. This was a team that, as we mentioned, fell short to Wolverines and Baez Auto, 2 of the teams who've been in the championship games in the last 2 tournaments they've been in 8s. Always one of the higher ranked teams, but it's incomplete. So the score's 12-0.
Defense! Keep getting in there, Russ.
So 12-point game for ground zero. Gusto will take over.
Hey, no letting up.
Remember, our rule is 17 after half, 25 at any point in time. That's my live streaming rule.
Hey, Shannon, fast.
That way.
Give me post. They're going 4. Hey, watch him coming right at you. No, he's up the seam. Up the seam. Up the seam. Motion.
Stepping up. There's no time. They have no answer for this defense at all right now.
What the fuck is going on? Yo, run the bunch too.
Gustoland has had no answer for this front by ground zero.
Standing up, right over. Hey, we got trips left. Justin, way out. Baby, watch 22. Watch backside run.
Yeah, complete.
We're down, Bob.
Fourth down.
4-2.
Mary putt for Gusto. Got to make sure you get the snap off. They're not in a good position of the field. This game has just gone completely wrong for Gustoland so far. And it's been all right if you are ground zero. And that's going to be a penalty, I believe, on Gusto.
Hey, he made the call.
He stopped his forward progress and did not make the goal. I ain't doing shit. He called the right play. That's a good ass call. Good ass call. It's not that, man. Stop. It's 8 man. Stop. 8 man. Stop.
Fucking stop it. You don't play now. Fucking stop it. You know I ain't the one. You know I don't play that Facebook shit.
Hey.
Holger Rolf knows how to make friends. I'll give him that. Please don't throw my way. Well, this might work too. Call it money. Down the side end zone. First and goal for ground zero, and we'll stay with this as long as it's competitive. We will not move on yet. It's not within 25 points. Right now it's just 12-0, but Gustoland is getting beaten on all sides of the ball right now. Like, this is a case of one team that's just absolutely dominating another. The pass rush for ground zero has gotten there every time. This passing game is shredding Gusto's secondary. They're on pace to give up as many points to ground zero as did a Rampage last week. 7 up. Shot end zone, says Gene. Shout out Gene Sanchez on the officiating crew today. Our best wishes with the YAFFL refs who were unable to make it. If anybody's looking to be a referee, though, you can always hit up Joey Blaze. You know the name, you know the number. We're always having a referee drive. If you're looking for a fresh start to a new career with plenty of opportunity and growth to go, come out and live the dream and be a referee. Throws Markle wide open. No guard. Touchdown there. 18-0. And like I said, we're going to try to give it till half. At least. But right now, Ground Zero has just given a beat down to Gustoland. $18-0. We'll give Gusto the halftime to catch up.
Yeah, so he stopped it for an extra point.
Right side again. 19-0. We have better things to do.
You got 2, right? 2? How many timeouts? How many?
Huh? 2. Not in the first era. Got him. Huh? No. Yeah, 20 seconds. They call timeout. Got him. It's 2 timeouts, right? That's what I was making sure. Everything keeps changing. Y'all motherfuckers change.
And there's some issues of bit of confusion there for Gusto.
I'm all the way out there. Alright, so you blow the whistle, timeout. Yeah, but you take the. Yes.
While they're sorting it out, we'll be right back. Now that we're sorted out, we're back.
25. Hey, 25 seconds.
25 seconds. 19-0 Ground Zero. Moore's had no time today, and he's usually one of the harder players to get pulled down. Complete across the middle. That time he's taking time to set in the pocket. There we go. This is what they might need. Pull right down side. Just what this team needs. That's the most yards they've had all day. More yards on that play than all game. Timeout Gusto.
Go.
Bob throws it. Intercepted right before half. We'll take a break. And we will go to break. We'll be back in a little bit. So we'll do a check-in, but right now Ground Zero is up 19-0 and looking like they're going to be heading to the next round. Looks like they're going to be waiting for Gangrene.
Hey, let's go! Hey, we're not done now. We're not done here.
Hey guys, just know it's about to get another physical. It's about to get physical now.
Physical now.
Let's go.
Hey, keep your cools and let's keep it moving.
All right, we'll take a break. Ground zero up 19-0 at half. We're going to keep an eye on everything, but
Hey, no. We are 0-0.
0-0.
Let's
go. We don't take our foot off their throats at all.
we'll give Gusto one more chance at least. So we're going to give Gusto another chance. Gentry starts it out. How you feeling?
What happened? That last play. We're gonna make up for it.
You had no chance. All that matters. You made it to money day.
So who caught that ball? Was it the outside receiver?
So right now,
The last play that they got on the field.
we're going to give Gusto one more chance on my end. Try to get a score in. By my own rule, I got to give them that chance at least. So if Gusto scores, we'll keep going. If not, we're going to cut away, and we'll start fresh in a little bit, probably about 20 minutes from then or now, for the third game, which will be Baez and Wolverines. No diggity, classic. So actually it's ground zero who's on O. So we're just gonna go ahead and take a break. All right. I thought Gusto got the ball back for some reason.
They want defense first.
Oh, well. Oh, well. Watch this play and we'll cut away. This is a pick. The play, it's going to get physical. All right, we're going to cut away. If anything happens,